And then so a few other dudes, you know, rowdy, drunk, off their mind, ecstasied out, I guess. No disrespect. I'm assuming that's what they was on.
Mikey Barsley! Mikey Barsley! Mikey Barsley! Mikey Barsley!
But whatever they was on, so they was just like, you know, started chanting, Mikey Barsley, Mikey Barsley. So Clockwork looked over and was like, yo, what's going on over there? You know what I mean? And so we did that. So he kind of came closer to see what was going on. So I bumped over. I said, what's up, man? Mikey Barsley. He's like, yo, what's up, man? I saw that commotion. I was like, yeah, what's up? And I was like, yo, I love what you do. I love Mac and whatever. He said, yo, man, you want to come and meet Mac? And I was like, yeah, bet, man. You know what I mean? So, yo, we flicked off, me and Clockwork, which you could find out there. And then my fucking phone died. So I said, yo, I'll be right there. I was looking for, I think I brought my daughter to that show, believe it or not, which is dope. You know, that you could, as you get older, you could do that. And kind of, my daughter, my youngest daughter is like me. You know what I mean? She always likes, you know, like the hip hop and reggaeton and whatever. I believe I brought her. So I was looking for her charger. And I was going to charge up my phone real quick. I couldn't find her, so I didn't want to wait too long. So I made a beeline. Clockwork was nowhere to be found. But like from where I was to where I saw Mac.
Jersey, New Jerusalem.
Boxcar Productions, another smash.
Our future's bright, nothing but clear skies. Barsley and Chain, who's down to fly?
And if you ain't with it, forget it. On to the next now.
Who's down to fly?
Let go.
I was like, I told dude, I said, yo, Clockwork said, you know, to come back and meet Mac or whatever. And the dude was like, yeah, come on, man. Fuck off. You know, the big dude. And I was like, nah, really. So this other dude came back and he was like, yo, who are you? I said, yo, Mikey Barsley, man, this, that, and the other. He goes, yeah, I don't know who you are. I said, yeah, well, Clockwork. He goes, well, let me go find him. So he was walking by, and Mac must have said to him, yeah, what the fuck? So anyway, I got back there, and I started talking to Mac, and Mac was like, yeah, what's up, man? And so we was talking, whatever. Cool dude. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. Because I listen to a lot of his music. Not all of it. I'm going to keep it real. I listen to, you know, maybe the popular Mac Miller songs. And I always thought he was dope because I thought in the new waves of rappers, I don't know what he did or didn't know about hip-hop, but from talking to him, he knew quite a bit, which, you know, doesn't make a difference to me when you find God, as long as you find God, so to speak. I don't care when you find hip-hop, as long as you find hip-hop. You know what I mean? So, we was talking, whatever, and he was joking around, and he, you know, had his phone, he opened up my mixtape, he's listening to the Jeong, he scans back, you know what I'm saying? And he goes, he asked me right off the bat, you know, if you had your favorite, which would it be? And I said, yo, I mean, I think it would be All I Can Say, or I Don't Know, you know, my man Skills did the beat, he's from right around here, blah, blah, blah. You know, oh, Asbury, I think it was the show in Asbury. That's where I think I met him. Anyway, so I told him about Skills. Oh, he made my track. He said, oh, yeah, dope track, man. You know, what's his name again? I said, oh, DJ Skills, you know, you got to fuck with him. And he was like, you know, everybody tells you, yeah, we're going to meet, we're going to do this, we're going to work together. It never really happens, even with the best of people. And I don't hold it against people because dude is headlining a show. We were back there. He talked to me for about 45 minutes. And at least 20 minutes of that, he scanned through my songs. And he definitely said, yeah, I agree with you. I don't know. I'll fuck with. You know what I mean? And then he looked at his boy and he was like, yo, don't he remind you like he could be like an older version of me? He said, you remind me like, you know, like an older brother type dude that kind of taught me about hip hop. You know, and I was like laughing. He was laughing. You know what I'm saying? Which is funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't take it as like, you old motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, I just took it as though he was saying, I mean, clearly I'm like, whatever, older than him, 15 years older than dude at the time, you know, at least I think, you know, but for him to say even that was cool, for him to talk to me was cool, for him to check out my music was cool, for him to, you know, be that dude that nobody is these days, because in the industry today, everybody's out for the superstar and the trending lister. If they don't know you, as far as up and comers, until you make that trending list, you ain't shit. And that's not the way it used to be. And Mac kind of reminded me how it used to be. You know what I mean? Where somebody could say a kind word and give you a couple minutes of their time and even big up your music. That's all some people want in life. And I'm not even a younger dude that it means the world to, but it did mean the world to. You know what I mean? So I would say, you know, rest in peace to that dude, man. He was a real one. You know what I mean? And for people to say, you know, and I know what happened, so I dig it. You know what I mean? And as far as the picture goes, man, you know what I'm saying? That was sent by some that was sent to me by some Mac Miller people. You know what I'm saying? You know, like a lot of shit out there. You don't know what's doctored up, what's photoshopped, what ain't photoshopped. I know, you know, as a joke, if I do anything like that, I'll let people know about it. But unless somebody saw some shit that I did as a joke and duplicated that, you know what I'm saying? I know that we was giving out hats and we was giving out shirts everywhere I go. I carry merch with me. So, you know, for all intents and purposes, all right, it was a fake picture that somebody posted, you know, so maybe that's where they got the whole whatever. And I know a lot of people will use dead people's names and say a lot of things that people that had passed away said to make themselves look better. But I'm not that dude. I'm too old for that shit, man. You know, that's the difference between, you know, us older cats and younger cats. Old cats really are too set in their ways to fuck around and you know, play games, man. You know what I mean? What you see is what you get. You know, so, you know, as far as that goes, I would never, you know, say something happened that didn't happen, because my word is bond. But second of all, I definitely wouldn't use some person that passed away and make up an anecdote, so to speak, you know, to make myself look better. Why? I mean, why would I do that? And if I was gonna do that, why wouldn't I say, no disrespect to Mac, why wouldn't I say Jay-Z? You know, why wouldn't I say fucking DMX? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I say, you know, Switz Beats? You know, had me at his crib. You know, I mean, you know, there's so many things you could say. So it's just, you know, fuck it. You know, all I know is I have my stories. You know, I met a lot of people. You know what I mean? A lot of stories I have to wait for another, you know, down the road. You know, I met a lot of people. You know, like I said, I'm not name dropping, you know, because I know what's his name is getting in trouble for that a lot lately, is the game, you know, name dropping. But you know, I met a lot of cats. I mean, I never made it superstar status, and yes, you know, I've always had forced hiatuses, you know what I mean? But I've always dropped music consistently for 30 years. Yeah, longer. And there's at least 3 albums in the world that are lost albums, working with people, and shit didn't work out, and the producer stepped with the whole goddamn album, or a few tracks, or what have you. I've got, you know, tracks from celebrities, big producers, you know what I mean? I've had stories where it was pre-internet, take a picture on your cell phone shit, you know what I mean? Big up the Scratch, you know what I mean, from EPMD, man. I sat and I spoke to that dude for 25 minutes, and I was just like the happiest dude on the planet. You know, EPMD, you know, no matter what those certain, and a lot of people out there know the interview I'm talking about that said EPMD ain't shit, we're the best group in the world, and they can't hang with us. You know what I'm saying? Despite what those new wave of rappers said about my big heroes, EPMD, Scratch is that dude. You know what I mean? And as far as the DJing, one of those dudes that I told you that was infused as time went on, you know what I mean? That made a difference. That was an event in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, again, not the name drop, but you know, you got of course Herc, and you got my man Cool DJ Red Alert, that's my loves, you know what I mean? But you know, you got, you know, Flash and Theodore, you got, you know, Terminator X, you got Scratch, DJ Jazzy Jeff, Premier. I mean, there's so many DJs throughout time, Jam Master Jay, you know, that, you know, Hurricane. I mean, you know, people that you love. You know what I'm saying? And I love them DJs as much as I love the rappers. You know, so boom, cue the dog. It says on this question here, you went in and talk about different stories. What are you talking about with Ice Cube saving a life? I don't know if you could touch on that, but we're going to touch on that. And also, it says here, also, well, it doesn't say also, but I'm putting in the also. What is the story with the NAR situation or narcissist situation, and why should we care? I guess that's speaking on the situation from Jersey Shore. We saw in some places, I guess, through that little bio paragraph kind of thing that your assistant made up and sent out, you know, just to touch on what different interviewers could talk about on the show. I guess they're talking about what's that story and why should they care, being that it's the Jersey Shore. And I don't know how many people in the hip hop world, you know, watch it, but you know, if you want to touch on that. I don't know, when you're on a movie set, I don't know if you're allowed to speak on what happens on a movie set, but I will say one thing, it was a dope experience. Like I said, my life, I've had to turn down a lot of projects, which for the sake of the companies and me trying to still get work as an actor. So anybody out there, 50, my dude, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get in different things. So hopefully, you know, I'll be picked up. But basically what happened was, and I'll tell this story real quick. We're on the movie set, Ride Along 2. And I was just, you know, I'm an outgoing person. It was just a dope experience. Tim Story and Will Packer were shooting it. The actors on it, of course, Cube, Kevin Hart, Ken Jeong. So that's who I saw in particular on the scenes that I was in, especially Cube. I spoke to Cube for a while, you know what I'm saying? Beautiful person, you know, and it makes you so happy. You know when it says, don't, you know, I forget the saying, something like, you know, the letdown to ever meeting your idol, you know, I don't know, but Ice Cube obviously is an idol, you know what I'm saying? Big influence, the whole NWA on up to his album, one of the best albums, you know, ever in hip hop. You know, but meeting him after seeing his success, a lot of people sit back and hate and they go, you know, Cube is a beautiful person. He's a beautiful soul. He sat there and he talked to us at great lengths. I pulled my cousin with me on the movie set. So he actually, you're not supposed to have any cameras on the movie set. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying? But I was respectful. I wasn't taking any, you know, I took a couple selfies. I took a couple, you know, of the set because, you know what, it's history. You know, and they got to understand that. And I'm sure a lot of other people did too. You know, which you could find on my Instagram or whatever. But Cube actually said, fuck that, man. Let's flick off, man. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, my phone, like it does a lot of times, my phone died, but my cousin flicked off. And dude took a picture, you know what I'm saying? One of my cousin and Cube, and one with me and my cousin and Cube. And the dude took like pictures with our heads cut off, butchered, blurred. My cousin was heated, you know what I'm saying? But Cube was cool about that. And I talked to Kevin Hart for a long time. And, you know, he let me know some gems, which I'm not going to go into that story. We'll go in, but Kevin Hart is a dope dude. Although he did say we'd have a meeting after the fact, tell his assistant my name and all my information. I told her, and I never got a call, which, you know, it happens in the industry. You know what I mean? Whatever. But he was still a cool dude. He still checked out some of my stuff that I played him.